guys, welcome back. Today I'm showing you all how to do this beautiful lilac purple eyeshadow. I think this is just such a beautiful pop of color. It's a great eyeshadow look if you want to really bring out brown eyes or green eyes. I feel like this would also be really pretty on blue eyes too. I mean, purple is just one of those colors that looks flattering on everybody. And I use all drugstore eyeshadow and eye products today to create this look. I'm going to prime my eyelids with my Milani eyeshadow primer. And I'm just going to put that product from my lash line all the way up to my brow bone. And then I'm just going to let that product sit on my eyes for a minute before I go in with my eyeshadow. Since that's dried, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. And this is in the shade Light. And I'm just going to use this product as my brow bone highlight today. And I also went ahead and filled in my eyebrows before I started this tutorial. For my crease color, I'm just going in with my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This is a bronzer, but I'm using it for my transitional shade. And this is in the color Sunny. And like I said, it's just a matte bronzer. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Color Tattoo in the shade Inked in Pink all over my eyelid. And it's just a really pretty frosted light pink color. And this is just going to be like our eyeshadow base. And I'm just using my finger to apply that all over my eyelid. Then I'm just taking my Sigma E.l.f. eyeliner brush and applying some of this cream eyeshadow to the inner corners of my eye. Then I'm just going to go back with that blending brush, nothing added to it, and I'm just going to blend the crease a little more where it meets that cream eyeshadow. Next, we're going to go in with the star of the show, and this is one of the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows in the color Burst into Bloom, and it is such a beautiful lilac color, like lilac purple. I feel like the camera doesn't even do this color justice. It's just so pretty and so metallic. Next, I'm going to go in with a darker purple, and this is another L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Perpetual Purple, and it's a really pretty dark purple. It's not quite as metallic as the Burst into Bloom, but it's still a really beautiful purple. It's just gorgeous, and I'm going to use this in my outer V and also in the crease just to deepen it up. I'm just going to go over where I put that color here in the outer V and in the crease, and I'm just going to blend it so it just looks nicely blended and doesn't look like harsh or anything like that, because you want it to have a nice shape to it, but you don't want it to look like harsh and have lines or anything like that. Then I'm just going to clean this brush off again, and I'm going to go back in with my bronzer and just blend the crease a little more where it meets that dark purple. And this is just going to warm stuff up so it doesn't look so bruisey here in the crease, because sometimes with purples you have to be really careful with that, or it can look like you got punched in the eye. For my inner corner highlight, I'm going to go in with another L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow, and this is in the color Always Pearly Pink. And it's a very light, iridescent, well, it's not really iridescent, it's just a really light, beautiful metallic pink. It's very similar to the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Inked in Pink. It's just slightly lighter. I'm going to go back with a little bit more of that Burst into Bloom lilac purple. And I'm just going to touch up the eyelid just to make sure that it is really intense, and just to make sure that all those dark colors didn't take away, didn't fall on this lilac purple color on the lid. Then before I do my foundation and everything and start to work on the lower lash line, I'm going to clean up here on the outer corners of my eye. And I'm just going to go in with a Q-tip and some face moisturizer to clean up. If you had a makeup wipe, that would work awesome, but I don't have any makeup remover wipes right now. And honestly, if you had the little Q-tips that have the sharp pointy edge, those would be absolutely perfect. But I don't have any of those right now, so I'm just going to have to use just a regular old Q-tip. But I'm just going like this and then pulling up this way. I know it probably looks really bad to pull your eye like that, but I'm doing it super gentle. And then I'm just going to do that here on the other side. So I went ahead and did my foundation and blush and all that stuff. If you want to know the products that I used on my face, I will list them down in the description box. I'm just going to go in with this with the Burst into Bloom color and my Sigma concealer brush, and I'm just going to smudge this color here on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to take it into here. And then I'm just going to wipe this concealer brush off, and I'm going to go in with some of the Perpetual Purple on the tip of this brush, and I'm just going to place that color here on the outer portion of the lower lash line. For my waterline and tight line color, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline EyeStudio Gel Eyeliner in the color Eggplant. It's a really dark, deep purple, and you could totally skip doing liquid liner, but I'm going to do some liquid liner today, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. liquid liner in the color Plum. It's just a really dark, plummy purple, and I am going to do a little bit of a winged eyeliner, but you could totally skip that if you don't really care for winged eyeliner. Then I'm just going to go back with a little bit more of that gel, that purple gel eyeliner, and I'm just going to smudge a little bit of that here on the lower lash line, where just to have it connect with the liquid liner, just to give it more of like a almond shaped effect. I'm going to curl my eyelashes up with my eyelash curler, and then I'm going in with a combination of the Maybelline the Rocket mascara and the CoverGirl the Supersizer mascara. Since I have, you know, so much color on the eyes, I wanted to stick with like a neutral lip color. So first I'm just going to line my lips with this Rimmel Exaggerate full color lip liner in the color Innocence. And it's just a really pretty, just like light nude color. And then for my lipstick, I'm going to use one of the Maybelline ColorSensational lipsticks in the color Nude Lust. And then I'm just going to top this lipstick off with a gloss. And this is the CoverGirl Colorlicious lip gloss in the color Give Me Gava. And it's a really pretty just pink with golden kind of sparkles in it, but you can't feel the sparkles on your lips. They're just very finely milled. It just gives your lips like a nice sheen. And then this is the completed makeup. I really like the way that the eyes turned out. I think the eyes just look so pretty. It's just a nice pop of purple, just a nice pretty lilac purple, and it just looks so pretty and feminine. Let me know down in the comments what other eyeshadow tutorials you guys would like to see me do in the future, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.